what's your upbringing with faith? And we'll start with that.
Sure. I actually grew up in a Christian family. My dad was a pastor. Just kind of in the church world, 24/7, 365. Yeah, like very influenced by that for sure. In like early high school, I would say I made a profession of faith, kind of in the scope of what I was taught. But when I got to college, I realized that I just didn't really, it was all just kind of head knowledge for me. It was all just a lot of just kind of like
Knowledge.
this is what has been taught.
Information.
Yeah, exactly. So in college, that was when I kind of realized there's got to be a God if you just look around at the creation, like, and if you look at it through the perspective of like, this really couldn't happen by chance. If you actually like study things like just how intricate like creation is. So that's when I kind of started living what I would say is living by faith, like believing that there is something outside of what we can like tangibly with our senses grasp or understand. And so yeah, since then just kind of living a journey by faith, trusting that there is a God out there. And recently just been very, very convicted that like the person of Jesus that actually lived on this earth, everyone either has to you have to come to a decision about that person. He either is who he says he was, or he's probably some crazy
lunatic.
Yeah. And I choose to believe that he is who he says he was, and he is that God that we can't necessarily see, but he did come to earth. And you really don't have to do a whole lot of digging and research or history and culture to come to a conclusion that Jesus was a real person. It's just a matter of like how do you respond to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of
Sure.
Christians have done a lot of Christians and the church in general have been an agent for a lot of sadly evil in the world. But I do believe that the Christian scriptures point to that person of Jesus and tell us what we need to know about him. And for all its failures, I think the church, the American church, has done some good things to like preserve the core truth of Jesus and what it means to believe in him. So yeah,
there's a lot of corruption that have happened through the church, and honestly, there's conversations I have with people that say that they don't want anything to do with the faith because they know somebody who says they were a believer, and then they were a hypocrite or whatever that may be. And that's when I say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Look at Jesus, right? Look at the scriptures for themselves. Don't look at the people who always represent those things, because that always can lead to some turmoil and some bitterness towards the church and whatnot.
for sure.
But no, that's awesome, man. So it sounds like it was head knowledge. You had this point where you were in college where you're just like, but then you came back. We're like, Jesus, I mean, like, I know that he's powerful, and I need to make a decision on who he is. And we all do, like as you said, right? So, do you have anything to say to encourage anybody who's listening or watching?
You're created just like me, just like Sean, just like the rest of us. I believe that you're watching this. You're created by God in his image. And because of that, you have inherent dignity and value as a human being. God sees you and God loves you. And wherever you are in your journey with who God is, or if there is a God, I hope that you find him, or more accurately, maybe he finds you. I don't know. But yeah,
Keep going on that path.
one step at a time is really all you can do.
Cool. Well, appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
No problem.
See, that wasn't too bad.
Well,